What's up, friends? Welcome back, or welcome if you are new here. This was the last week of winter, and for the past 2 weeks, I've been sick. So this drew the inspiration for this week's recipe.
Welcome to Morning Munchies. Welcome to Morning Munchies.
You see it, friends. We are making beef stew soup, the two greatest combinations mashed together. And as always, we are going to start off with our lovely display, followed by our prepping of our ingredients. In any order of your choice, of course, you are going to dice both your tomatoes and onions. For the collard greens, you are going to remove the stem. I know some don't like it at all, but I like a little bit of the crunch sometimes, so I like to keep a little bit of the stem. So do as you please. Then you are going to cut them into your desired size. I prefer them not too big, but also not too small. Once your collard greens are fully chopped, you are going to then add some cold water and vinegar to let that soak in. Allow this to soak until your stew meat is done cooking, so for about an hour or an hour and a half. Then be sure to wash your collard greens and rinse it out a few times until you feel your collard greens are fully cleaned through before adding to your pan. Now, to season your meat, you are only using the McCormick Brazilian marinade mix. Sometimes a little bit goes a long way, meaning you don't have to use too many seasonings, especially because this one already has so much flavor. Now, into your pan, you are going to saute your onions and tomatoes in your choice of oil. Then, once that's nice and tender, you are going to remove it from the pan and add your stew meat. Normally, we would have done this in bits and pieces so that you can get that nice coating for the meat, but because my body was aching, I had to do this in the least steps possible. Continue to mix as you go so you don't burn the meat. And once you've got a nice brown coating, we can add our onions and tomatoes. Give that all a good mix and let that saute for just a little bit. Followed by the worst word in the world sauce. I can already pronounce a lot of words in English and I gave up on this one. Add 2 bay leaves and 4.5 cups of water. Let's make that 6 cups of water, followed by our chicken bouillon, Italian seasoning, red chili flakes for a little bit of a kick, and half a cup of brown sugar. Depending on how tender you prefer your collard greens to be, you are going to add your collard greens either halfway through or about an hour and a half or maybe an hour after cooking your stew meat. Depending on the size of your potatoes, about 30 minutes before adding your pasta, you are going to now incorporate your potatoes. For the remaining 10 to 12 minutes, add your elbow pasta and allow that to cook until about al dente. I say this because from my experience, the broth will make your pasta expand anyway, so cooking it until al dente and allowing the soup to sit there will continue to cook the pasta either way. Continue to re-add water as you go, as this step is essential for this meal. I hope you found this super easy to follow, and if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. Also, if there is anything that you would like to see made on this channel, leave a suggestion below. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, there is no right way of cooking. I'm just here to show you how to experiment with love. See you soon, friends.